Just like sexual immorality, pornography, masturbation, and so on, it does not care whether you are a man of God. It does not care whether you are married. It does not care whether you are single. It does not care whether you are young. It does not care whether you are old. If left unchecked, it will attack and wreck your life. Is someone learning now? Sin number one, sexual immorality and related perversions. There are other expressions of immorality. It's still under the group of immorality. Drunkenness, drugs, every kind of harm that is inflicted in the body that is inconsistent with God's pattern. Are we together? So there are some who will say, well, I'm not sexually immoral, but then there are people who are victims of drugs, victims of alcoholism, victims of all kinds of vices. That's why it's written here, sexual immorality and related perversions. I need not mention other extreme ones, unfortunately, but it is true in the world, and I hope and pray not the church. Extensions of extreme cases like having affairs with little children and babies and animals and sodomy. You know that our world today is full of all kinds of things. The goal is not condemnation. The goal is to be able to expose this and to bring us to a point where we become free and free indeed. Because I can tell you many people are not free. Are we together? Very quickly, so that we'll deal with the other things. I want to give you 5 steps, 5 scriptural steps to be free from sexual immorality and every related perversion. And I want you to please listen and learn for yourself and for anybody God may give you the privilege of helping. Are we together? Number 1, for you to be free from lust and immorality, the first thing that must happen to you is that you must admit it. Psalms 51 and verse 17. Brokenness is a necessary requirement if you are going to experience the salvation of God on this wise. It says the sacrifices of God. I hope you know Psalms 51 was the psalm of David when prophet Nathan came to him and to tell him what had happened to him. He was broken, repented, crying with sackcloth and ashes, and this was part of his contemplations. It says the sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart, O God, thou will not despise. Admit it. You must come to that point where you admit it. Listen, let me tell you the truth. By the privilege of God's grace, I can tell you, I have cried with and prayed with many people. And do you know, there are many people you see who are victims of sexual immorality, and on further examining, they have very sincere hearts. Some of them grew up from families where the first place they heard that was wrong was even in church, because it was a common practice. There are cultures that promote it as part of the cultural activities. Is that true? So it is very difficult. That's why in dealing with people, you must never throw away the place of compassion and mercy. There are people who were left, they grew up on their own and by themselves. They became victims of sexual exposures even before teenage. Some were victims from those